This is Worksheet 9.4. We'll be reviewing some questions. First question here is, what is arcGH? ArcGH is this arc here. You can see that this angle, the 40-degree angle, intercepts that arc, so they are the same measure because that is a central angle. They're the same. Next one is arcGE. So arcGE is, let's use a different color. GE is going to be from here to here. So that's the angle that intercepts that arc. So notice how it's 40 plus 80 combined, right? So that's going to be 120 degrees, 40 plus 80. Therefore, the arc must also be 120 degrees. Arc GEF, So let's go ahead and erase some of this so we don't get confused. So arc GEF, if we're using 3 letters, that's a major arc, meaning it's greater than half of the circle. So we're not going to go this way to GF. Right, we're going to go from G to E to F, so it's this arc right here. So if I find arc GEF, I know that this part of the arc is 40 degrees, this part of the arc is 80 degrees, this part of the arc is 110 degrees. So we're just going to add those all together. So we get 40 plus 80 is 120, plus 110 is 230 degrees. Arc GF, that's going to be this arc here, arc GF, only 2 letters, so it's less than 1/2 the circle. Don't go all the way around like that because that's a major arc. You would see 3 letters if that were the case. So arc GF is going to be this angle. Notice how we don't have a central angle, right? Well, remember that a full circle is 360 degrees. So if I start here, that's 40, 80, 110, and then this part is missing, right? So if we just simply take 360 and subtract all of those parts, subtract 40, subtract 80, and subtract 110, that gives us the missing part. So that must be 130 degrees. Well, if that central angle is 130 degrees, that means that that arc is also 130 degrees. Last question, what is major arc GRF? Let's use a highlighter here. So GRF, so that's going to be, not arc. So notice how that means symbol, so that's why. So we're looking at this angle right here, angle GRF. And we already figured out what that angle was for the last problem, right? So we've actually already done that work. It's the same as its arc that it intercepts, right? So that's also 130 degrees. Next question is very similar to the last question. I'll leave that one for you. Let's go up and work on number 3 here. So number 3 says, what's the measurement of arc ZWX? So arc ZWX is here, and here is the angle that intercepts it, which is 115. They are not the same, okay? In this case, it's an inscribed angle, so it's going to be double the amount. So we're going to have to take 115 and multiply it by 2, which gives us 230 degrees. Number 4, same exact type of angle. We want the measurement of angle NMP. That's this angle. So that means that this angle is half of its arc, right? So if the arc is 100, 100 divided by 2 is 50 degrees. Number 5, what's the measurement of arc SR? So here's arc SR. There's the angle that intercepts it. That's 52. So we know that this arc is simply going to be 52 times 2 according to our properties, right? So that's going to be 104 degrees. Number 6, what's the measurement of angle MPN? So that's this angle here, MPN. Notice how this angle intercepts this arc, which is 112 degrees. So we know that this way, this angle is half of that amount. So we're going to take 112 and divide it by 2, which gives us 56 degrees. Continuing on, let's go to number 7 here. So we got quite a diagram here. Let's take a look. It says if the measurement of angle A is 32 degrees. So first of all, let's go ahead and label that 32 degrees. Angle B is 46 degrees. And now we're going to answer some questions. So let's see. It says, what's arc BC? So let's go ahead and label that here. So arc BC, so that's this arc here. Next one says, what's the measurement of angle D? So angle D is this angle right in there. Next one is arc AD, right? Arc AD, so that's going to be this arc here. And then the next last one is angle C, right? So the measurement of angle C, so that's going to be this angle right in there. Okay, so let's take a look. First one, we'll start with arc BC. So notice how this angle, 32 degree angle, when the chords shoot out, they intercept arc BC, right? Therefore, we know that this arc is 32 times 2, which is 64 degrees. Next one, angle D. So angle D is right here, right? Notice how this angle shoots out, and look at that. It is intercepting the same exact arc, arc BC. We know arc B is 64 degrees already from the last problem. Therefore, angle D must be the same measurement as angle A. Why are they the same measurement? Because they intercept the same exact arc. Therefore, by definition, they must be the same measurement. So that's also going to be 32 degrees, or what? 64 divided by 2, right? Same as angle A. Next one, arc AD. Let's use purple. So arc AD is right here. The angle that's intercepting that one is this 46 degree angle. So we know that this arc will be 46 times 2, which is what? 92 degrees, right? So that's going to be 92 degrees. And the last one, angle C. So angle C is intercepting. Notice how it's intercepting that same exact arc. So let's use black for this one. So angle C is right here, right? And it's this angle C, the chords are shooting out, and it is also intercepting that same exact arc, right? And we know that arc is 92 degrees. So we know angle C is half of that, or it's the same as angle B, right? So we know angle C is 46 degrees. So hopefully that helps there. Let's go look at the back side here. So number 8 is pretty similar, except it's inscribed angles, right? So let's see, angle A is 52 degrees. Angle C is 81 degrees. That's what they gave us, right? And then we have to find these. So the first one we want to find is arc BC. So arc BC is here. And this is the angle, right, that is intercepting it. Okay, so let's see if you can do the rest of those in that one on your own. If you need review, number 7 is very similar to what we just covered there. Number 10, pretty similar to what we covered as well. This one's only one question. It's what's the measurement of angle PTQ? So PTQ is this angle right here. So to find that angle, you're going to want to have to find all these missing measurements. Like if you know this angle, you can find this arc. If you know this angle, you can find this arc. And if you know this arc, you should know this angle. And if you know this arc, you should know this angle. And then remember that what? The 3 angles on the inside of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So use all those properties to see if you can figure out the measurement of angle PTQ there. Let's go over the challenge one. I think this is a good one to go over. It says, what are the values of x and y? Okay, so let's see here. So I know that if this arc is 6y degrees, see that? If that's 6y degrees, that means that this angle that intercepts that arc right there must be half of that. So I'm going to call that 3y. This angle, angle B, that intercepts this arc 4x right there, so that means that that must be 2x. Now here's the cool thing. The key now is this angle right here. So let's use red. So this arc 6y right here, arc BC, is intercepted by this angle, right? So we know the rule is it's half of it, right? So half of 6y, or 6y divided by 2, is 3y. But notice how it's labeled 2x. Well, then that just means that 3y is equal to 2x, that they are the same, right? So see how I have 3y right here? So I can just set 3y, and I can just say, oh, 3y is equal to 2x. So all of these angles are 2x on the inside, right? Remember, our job is to solve for x. Well, see how all the angles on the inside here are 2x. So I could say that, what, 2x plus 2x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees. So 6x is equal to 180 degrees. And let's see, 180 divided by 6 gives me, 30 degrees. So x equals 30 degrees. Well, now that we know x, we can solve for y by just using this equation, right? We know that 3y is equal to 2x, like we said earlier, right? But now we know x is 30. So I can say that 3y is equal to 2 times 30, because x is not 30. So 3y equals 60, and y equals 20. And that's the logic on how you would solve for x and y in kind of a more difficult problem like that. Hope this video helps, guys. Let me know if you have further questions.